Hey, what's up, everybody? Behind me, there's a 2013 Dodge Charger, 3.6 liter, or what was once. We got a new bumper. It was involved in a collision. So, so what happened here is the front end got damaged. You can see the frame is actually bent here. Should be straight like on that side. But so I removed the fender. We got a new fender over there. And as you can see right here, I don't know if you noticed. All right, so first of all, this was pushed in right here. So I took out these two bolts, which go right here. This is your radiator support, which actually should be replaced. And as you can see, you know, like the headlight wires, light bulb busted. Let's see. The whole air box is crushed. So that needs to be replaced. But the radiator, you know what I'm saying, you can see right there, it got kind of pushed back, it got crushed. Radiator's leaking. So we're gonna replace the radiator today. But what this video is about is this cable. Like, I couldn't even open the hood because this got stretched out and it got cut right there. So this is not working. So in order, I had to take the hood off. We was gonna replace the hood anyway because it was crushed. The hood was smashed in. So this is a brand new hood. So anyways, since it was smashed in, I just came up under here, took these two bolts out, took the two bolts out on that side over there. Then I can come and reach my hand in here and pull this back to release it because it wasn't working. I tried pulling on this ain't work. So I had to somehow get in here. You got to pull this back. And then you can, you know, do this right here, open it. So I just pulled that back. I took out the two bolts, 210s right there. And I can release that. That's broke too. All right. So anyway, that's how I got this hood to open. So you know, because if you're gonna replace this cable, obviously your hood's probably not open. So this cable's not gonna be working. So you got to figure out how you're gonna get this open. So if you can, try to like get a 90-degree pick and come right here. If you can come in through the front through the grill and come right here with a 90-degree pick and just push it this way. If you can try to do that, or stick it right here and just push it that way. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. You want to get something long, let's see, like that, and try to come in through the grill, right? And then just take that and push it that way, you know, something like that. However you want to do it, that's up to you. You got every situation, you know, every situation is going to be different. So we're replacing this cable. So first thing you got to do, I just want you to know that you're going to have to take off this headlight, and you got to take off the bumper. So in order to get the bumper off, you got like 4 push pins right here. You can take them out with your little trim removal tool. And then on the bottom, you've got a bunch of 7mm that go in there. That go to the little bottom, which is, you can see the radiator leaking right there. Anyways, you gotta take that off. Then on the sides, we're gonna have to do something about that. See, that tire is rubbing right there. So I'm gonna have to come here with a pry bar and try to get, see how that's touching right there? I do a little body work so I can come in here. I already replaced this headlight. So anyways, you got push pins also. There's on both sides, 1, 2, and 3. And then usually there's a screw that goes right here, like a 8 or a 10. And then you'll have to disconnect your fog lamps from the back when you take this off. And then oh, this one doesn't have, you just got clips right here. Actually, there's no bolt. Usually there's a bolt holding it on the corners, but there's not on this vehicle. But then when you do pull it off, you just release the connectors on the back of your fog lights. But that's all you got. You got 7mm bolts on the bottom. Then you got 3 push pins right here. You got some push pins on the top. And then all you got to do is just yank the bumper on both sides. It'll come off. Take your fog lamps, release those on both sides by pressing that button right there. Then all you gotta do is pull this cable out. Oh yeah, another thing is you gotta take the headlight out. Okay, so in order to get the headlight out, you got 8mm. So you got 1, 2 on the top, and then you got, let's see, 2 on the bottom. So there's 1 right there, right there. See that right there? Yeah. Then you got 1 right there. So there's 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom. That's it. And that's how you get your headlight out. Then you got to release the connectors in the back. There's actually just 2 on the bottom. Electrical connectors on the bottom. You just pull those connectors out. Then you need to release this cable. So just come in here. Now just like prod it up, push it back and up. Then you got these little squeeze tabs. You need to squeeze those in, and then pull that out. I might have to use 2 hands. Hold on 1 second. Let me set it up here. If I get this thing to hold still. Okay. So all I did was squeeze these tabs right here, squeeze them together. You do one side, you can like take 2 screwdrivers or something like that. And all you gotta do is squeeze them, it'll come out. And then try to remember how this is routed. So it's coming up through this hole. All right, it's kind of important that you get the routing right. There's like a little, see that right there? A little groove, goes in that groove right there. Pull it down. You just want to remove it from its clips. Alright. Got another clip here. Got another clip right down here. Now to get, also, okay, another thing, I'm skipping steps here. You got to get, you got some push pins, you got to lift up the cowl. So you got push pin here, push pin here. You can go as far as you want, you know what I'm saying, or then you got 1 right here and 1 right here. But I just did just a few of them just so I can lift that up. So all you gotta do is, now to get this up too, you gotta take off your windshield wiper. That's a 15mm. And then you just kind of push it down and wiggle it up. Now, they do have a tool to get it off. If you can't get it off, there's a tool like this, and you just open this up. You put this on top of your bolt here, and then these little arms reach around here like this. But you want to, you probably don't need it on this one, because the way it's designed, it's going to be hard to get these arms like all the way down. But you want to get the arms like down under here on both sides, and then this goes on top of your bolt in the middle, and then you just spin this right here on top. That's a tool specifically for removing wiper blades that are difficult. All right, so then you're gonna, you see how it goes to the firewall right there, right? Right down there. All right, so let's see. All right. So it goes into the firewall down there. So we're just going to push it through right there. And then we're going to come over here. We got 2 7mm on the bottom. Well, first you gotta, it should be like a thing to drop down, but it's missing. But anyway, here it is right here. Oh yeah, here it is. You gotta take this little thing out of the way. But it's right here. And there it goes through the firewall. Right there. Right there. Alright, so we just gonna pull it through, right? So I'm gonna just go ahead and pull it. And then you got 2 bolts right here holding it in. All right, so let me go ahead and pull this. All right, so I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna have to go up there and push that grommet through, probably from the back end. Then you got 2 bolts holding it in. If I'm mistaken, should be back up here. All right, let me pause the video right quick. Okay, so all right, so here's the new part, right? Okay. All right, so the way it's held in, actually, there's no bolts. There's just these little. You just push it back, so it just slides in, and to push it in, you just push it in like that. So I'm just gonna push it back to get it out. And then as far as it coming through here, I've got this long screwdriver right here, right? So I'm gonna take the screwdriver, I'm gonna put it on the grommet, and I'm gonna hit the back of it with a hammer, and then knock it through the firewall. And then I'll just come back and just take this and just tap on it on the front and push it back. If you break it, it's okay. It's coming out, you're replacing it anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? If you whack it with a hammer and bust it up, it's okay, you're replacing it. So let's do that. And I'm gonna pause the video for a second. Okay, so I use that hammer right there. And then I found that the wider the end of your screwdriver or whatever you use, this is like a trim tool, like a really long trim tool. But I got these screwdrivers with like really wide, the screwdriver or a pry bar, you know what I'm saying, something with a wide end. Because if you got a real skinny end, like that little skinny screwdriver I was using earlier, you know, it's just gonna poke holes in it. So you want something kind of with a wide end to really kind of grab that rubber and just push it through instead of just poking holes in it. Now, if you look down here, you see how it's held in here, right here. So what you're gonna do, see that little T right there? That's this right here. So what you do is you slide that in there, you push it up, and then angle it, and then you're gonna put it in there, and then push up and then slide it. But before you do that, that's your last step. First, what you gotta do is take this cable, and you're gonna feed it through that grommet, that little hole right there now. See, there's your hole, that's where your rubber grommet went. So you're gonna feed it through there until your rubber grommet goes in there snugly. And then last thing you're gonna do is push it right here. So I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, so I fed it through the grommet hole. And then literally all you do is like slide that little T-piece in there and then slide it up and it locks right in place. Real simple. Now getting it out was kind of a pain in the ass. So like the old part, like I said, if you damage it, it's okay. You're replacing it anyway. But you see, I busted, you know what I'm saying, the old part off. And this is, all you do is just pull it through there until your rubber grommet comes through there and it's inside the firewall. Then you want to route it just like it came. So before you put these little clips in and everything, make sure you come up through here, put it in that hole right there, and then I would do this part last, and then just pull it back, slide it in there, and then you know, then you just got to slide in your little clips here, lock it in, and then you can put your headlight in and then put your bumper back on. But that's how you do the hood release cable. And like I said, on this one, it was involved in a collision, and this was all the way pushed back. That's why we couldn't open the bump. You know, this is damaged, but we could not open the hood the conventional way by pulling on the hood release. So I said I had to take off the hood. That was just like the quickest way for me, because like we had a bunch of damage up front, so everything was like smashed in. As you can see, the condensers pushed back, which busted the radiator. So now it look like it might be condenser leak too. But so next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and do the radiator, and then I'll put the headlight in, put the bumper on, see about finding one of these air filter housings, then put the fender on, and she gonna look good from the outside. She gonna look brand new from the outside. But anyways, that's a hood release cable. This is a 2013 Dodge Charger with a 3.6 liter. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.